The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams make...
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
319! 319!
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Coleman now. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Yeah, Liz. 319! Over here.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On third down, it's Coleman, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Rodgers now on first down. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On second down, here's Rodgers. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Space to run past the 20. Gets this one left side to Pettis. The Bills' passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
This is Coleman. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richardson. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's fine. Yeah. Green 18.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
That's fine. Yeah.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Get set, get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
That's fine. Yeah.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Carr now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
7:34.
On first down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Raymond now on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Rodgers operating from the gun. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 47. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They'll run with Marshall. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. But he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the left side here for Eifert. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Uncle, over here. Hey, check 26.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers got his man. It's Eifert, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right, good shot, fellas. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, 7:34.
Carr now on first down. Smith catches left side. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Get down. Get down.
Now Carr. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Rodgers now looking to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun, buying time to his left, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. 30, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Raymond now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for the Bills. 47 yards. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing now is Carr. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Coleman looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. He better. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll go on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now they'll throw with Carr. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And now out come the Bills. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
319. Zoom.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
319.
Now Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now the Texans want to call another timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mark incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, I thought you go on the field, but okay, I see you. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bills, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta avoid collision. Keep scratching the surface and keep your palms itching. Gotta pay mom's a visit. It's been a while. I've been working, she keep telling me she miss her child. I find myself passing the house, then I spin around. She say I'm always moving, ma, I just can't sit around. Oh my, cause the cash ain't gonna come to us. When we was down, who gave a dime or gave a for us? So instead of making it hard, I made it fun for us. Make it easy, so when you need it, you just run to us. But it's a lot of pressure, I'm trying to stick and move through this. Fixing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this. Even when they lie on me. World on my shoulders, my girl can't even cry on me. God watching over me, the devil probably spy on me. I've been going through some. Kenneth, keep an eye on me. I know it's been a drought, but to my fans, don't go dry on me. If you want a picture, take a picture, don't get shy on me. I'm here to inspire. I admire that you admire me. I've been in the dark, but I promise you'll see a brighter me. Shout it. To all my supporters, man. I love y'all. I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one. You don't want to see me win, man. I don't know why, but we gonna win anyway. Came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room, I like to write alone. I'm in my zone, bass bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home. And you barely hear from me like I ain't got a phone. Because there's no days off, there's no days off. I know it sounds a little painful, but it pays off. Social sites was distracting, so I stayed off. Spoke to God that me and Satan had a face off. I swear my life was like a rocket, then it takes off. First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune, man. Trying to stop me. Y'all can't stop me. This is forever. Forever, man. I mean that.
Don't even know it waste.